Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
We're excited when they do community things like this, and we want to participate.
Lee County families rounded up some fun thanks to those that protect and serve. The event focused on bike safety and building relationships. Six Flags Great America agrees to pay a multi-million-dollar class action privacy lawsuit. We'll tell you who could be in line for a payout. Art, food, and entertainment bring shoppers out in Rockford. Vendors react to the Edgebrook event, returning after a year away. Good evening, I'm Michelle Rave. Thanks for joining us tonight. Alexis Carpello has tonight off. Lee County residents get the chance to saddle up and take part in a bike rodeo. Our Ari Bruckman was there as residents learn how to get a better grip on bicycle safety.
It's important to come out here, support the law enforcement. It's good for the kids to see that, that they're safe for them and, their friends, and want them to be involved.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office held their annual bike rodeo at their station in Dixon. The event enables kids of all ages to learn about bicycle safety, enjoy free food, and spend time with their family.
Go!
As a father of two, J.W. Cat tells me he's grateful for these kinds of events that help educate his kids in a fun way.
It's very rewarding, My little one's 3 and she's on a bike and, tearing around through here and following her little brother. So this is, very rewarding for us as parents.
Detective Jacob M. Mesquita helped coordinate the event. It was canceled last year due to COVID. He's happy they were able to educate over 200 kids who attended the event this year.
It was great. Right at the first start, we had tons of kids all ready to go, so it was kind of real busy at the beginning. And we put a lot of kids through this course and taught them a lot of different skills.
Donations from local businesses and families for the event helped them to give away 8 bikes this year. For Mesquita, the most rewarding part for him is seeing the kids' reaction when they win a new bike.
Just giving them the chance to win a new bike, I think kept them all going and kind of kept the excitement going that they have the chance to win one.
Detective M. Mesquita tells me they will draw 8 winners next week to determine who will take home a new bike. In Lee County, for your home team, I'm Ari Bruckman.
A news lawsuit seeks to block the new Illinois legislative districts Governor Pritzker recently signed into law. Crane's Chicago Business reports the Mexican-American Legal Defense is suing. They say the remapping does not accurately reflect the population. The lawsuit claims the new map rely on data from a survey rather than waiting for the complete U.S. Census figures in September. Illinois Republicans have already sued. They claim the remap is inadequate and discriminates against the Latinx community. If you visited Six Flags Great America in the last decade, you could have a payment coming your way. The theme park has agreed to pay $36 million to settle a class action lawsuit. The suit was filed in 2016 after a boy allegedly had his fingerprints scanned without permission during a school field trip. Six Flags argued the boy didn't suffer any harm. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled the case could move forward. Season pass holders and visitors who went to Six Flags between October 1st of 2013 and December 31st of 2018 could get up to $200 each. After more than a year of pandemic restrictions, the state of Illinois is officially back open. Phase 5 of the Restore Illinois plan started yesterday. It was 448 days ago that Governor Pritzker issued a stay-at-home order because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The reopening means people do not have to wear masks in most indoor places. Capacity limits are also gone. Face coverings are still required in schools, medical settings, and on public transportation. Soar Assembly Church celebrates 2 years of ministry by hosting a community block party and auto show. Church leaders also partnered up with the Winnebago County Health Department. Those who still have not received their dose of the COVID vaccine shot were able to roll up their sleeves inside the county's vaccination bus. Church leaders say it was important for them to lead by example for their community, especially since the Black and Hispanic community turnout for vaccines remains low.
It feels good, being that we had to close pretty much and cancel everything for a year and a half, to see people come together, some with masks, some without, but just to have a good time is amazing. It's amazing. I've waited for this for a while.
Kids were able to have some fun too with the inflatable water slide. Beloit residents wanting to take a dip at their nearest pool now can. Kruger Pool is open for the season. There are some restrictions due to COVID. Reservations are needed. Those are available for 2-hour time slots on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. According to the city of Beloit, if more lifeguards can be hired, more days will be added. If you're interested in becoming a lifeguard, we'll have more information on mystateline.com. In Loves Park, residents can now take a refreshing dip too. Sand Park Pool is open for the season. The summer staple was closed for 3 years, but after securing state funds, the Park District was able to give the pool some much-needed upgrades and repairs. Those included new motors for the Penguin Pond and new umbrellas for those who need to escape the sun.
So it was exciting to be able to not only open today, but be able to open with some of the restrictions lifted. You know, we thought we were going to be only at a capacity of 100 people, but luckily we're able to offer this great facility to so many more.
The pool is open every day from 1 to 6 p.m. No reservations are needed. Edgebrook Shopping Center gets in touch with their creative side as they host an annual showcase. Artsy featured more than 70 unique artisans and crafters from the area. Visitors were able to take in some entertainment, food, and enjoy some shopping. The event highlighted different products like jewelry, paintings, clothes, and some yummy snacks.
The event has been around for several years, and of course we couldn't have it last year, so it was nice to have it again this year. And there's about 70 vendors, and a lot of them are longtime vendors, having been here a long time. This is my first time out, so it's been a nice event.
Despite the very hot day, Linval says she's looking forward to taking part in more events. It will end up being one of the last attractions in the state to completely reopen, but next week the Illinois Capitol building in Springfield will reopen to the public. The halls are empty now, but soon tours will be offered again. The whole building has been shut down to everybody except for lawmakers, staff, and media since before the pandemic started. But the Secretary of State's office says visitors will finally be allowed in starting next week. The Capitol is one of the biggest draws.
I think we've lost a lot of time here. You know, the school tours and the end of session, all the activity that's around, and you know, hopefully some of that's going to be coming back. And you know, we hope to return part of the tourism aspect of that important building.
Full reopening won't come until after lawmakers come back to work on a clean energy deal at the start of this week. Visitors will likely have to wait until the fall to return to the galleries in the House and Senate to watch lawmakers work. After recent ransomware attacks, U.S. lawmakers want better defenses in place. Coming up, the options Congress are looking at to fight off future cyber attacks.
We had a couple of heavier showers and even a couple of thunderstorms pop up over the area today, but for most of us, it was just another day without rain. Unfortunately, our rain chances looking pretty slim for quite a while yet. I'll have the latest coming up in your forecast later on.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Alexis Cartello, David Greenberg, and meteorologist Kevin Doom.
As the U.S. faces more cybersecurity attacks, lawmakers say the country needs to bolster its defense to fend them off. Congress is now calling on more protections. Our Washington correspondent Basil John is keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
This is a question of aggressively pursuing protection against cyber attacks.
New York Congressman Brian Higgins and other lawmakers say the U.S. cannot let cyber attacks continue throughout the country.
The ability for outside interests, other countries, to inflict damage on Americans and the American economy is very, very real.
As the New York City subway and Colonial Pipeline fall victim to these cyber attacks, Congress wants to beef up security.
The best way that you can do that is invest in cyber security and encourage businesses to do the same.
Virginia Democratic Senator Tim Kaine says he and his colleagues are working on legislative solutions.
You're going to see cyber investments in the defense bill, and I also think you're going to see it as an increasing priority in the infrastructure discussions that we're having.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle also want President Joe Biden to put the pressure on Vladimir Putin to stop the cyber attacks.
When cyber attacks come from Russia, I can guarantee you President Putin knows exactly what's going on.
Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall says the U.S. cannot be complacent when it knows where these attacks are coming from.
In these communistic countries, these cyber attacks are encouraged. I think that the Communist Party empowers them and helps them.
Marshall says Congress and the administration need to come together to build cybersecurity protections. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
The hot and humid conditions are still on the forecast. We'll hear from meteorologist Kevin Doom about how long you'll need to keep the AC on. You're watching Eyewitness News at 6.
Now your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
Well, the weekend was off to a pretty warm start. This hot stretch of weather continued on into our Saturday. Much of the area did make it into the 90s a little bit earlier on today. Now we're down in the 80s, 89 currently in Rockford with just a little bit of a heat index out there, still making it feel as though we're in the lower 90s. 90 right now up in Janesville, 85 in Freeport, and 84 currently up in Monroe. But earlier on today, Rockford did hit 95 degrees. That tied the previous record for the warmest July 12th. That was set back in 1956 of 95 degrees. This is now the fourth time since last Saturday that we have either tied or broken the record daily high. This also marks the earliest that we have ever seen 9 90-degree days in the month of June. Today, June 12th. The prior record was back in 1933 when they didn't see 9 90-degree days in June until June 17th. So we beat that record by quite a lot, by about 5 days, in fact. Here's a live look over downtown Rockford using a Mercy Health Skytrack. Still nice and warm out there as we saw, and we're still seeing quite a few clouds as we look off to our east, but directly overhead skies are starting to clear up pretty well here. Now, earlier on today, we did see a few showers and even a couple of thunderstorms pop up in areas down to our south and southeast, mainly through southern DeKalb County. The vast majority of us, though, saw yet another day without any rain, despite seeing a decent amount of cloud cover overhead for much of our Saturday. But now, as we see a system of high pressure situated out to our west, we are starting to see our cloud cover clear out pretty well here as we head on through the evening hours. As this system of high pressure continues to move toward the state line, we're going to feed in more and more dry air, and that is going to keep our skies nice and clear for quite a while now. So looking ahead with our future cast, mostly clear skies should be over the entire area within the next hour or two, and then skies are going to remain mostly clear through the night tonight and into tomorrow. And then we're expecting lots of sunshine for our Sunday with no rain in the forecast. Now, there is going to be a cold front, though, moving overhead late tomorrow evening. However, this cold front is going to be what we call moisture starved. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be starving for moisture, so it's probably not going to produce any rain. If it does, probably going to be very little rain, unfortunately. But then behind this front, not only are we going to get some cooler northwesterly winds, which is going to keep us a little bit cooler for our Monday, but we're also going to continue to feed in even more dry air behind that front, and that is going to continue to bring us sunny skies as we head on into our Monday, and likely no rain to kick off the work week as well. Now tonight, with those mostly clear skies, temperature is going to be just a little bit cooler, dropping down into the lower 60s across the area. We're probably back up into the lower 90s again tomorrow. Some areas may be stuck in the 80s, just with lots of sunshine, no rain in the forecast for our Sunday. In fact, mostly sunny skies are expected pretty much every day through the middle of the week. However, you can see temperature is going to feel a lot more comfortable out there, down in the middle to upper 80s through about the middle of the week. We're back in the 90s probably for a day or two by late next week, cooling off just in time for the weekend, and unfortunately only seeing about one good rain chance over the next 7 days.
David Greenberg's in next with sports. There was a bit of football from the state line today as the area's 2 semi-pro teams squared off.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
The White Sox won a wild one last night, 5-4 in 10 innings from Detroit. The two teams ran it back today from the Motor City. In the first, Brian Goodwin, making the first start of his career for the Sox, picks up his first RBI of his White Sox career on a liner to right that scores Tim Anderson. Then in the second, with 2 men on, he golfs this to right. That's RBIs 2, 3, and 4 on a 3-run homer. And in the fifth, already up 8-2, Tim Anderson almost takes off his teammate's head on a shot through the middle. That'll score 2 more. They're into the final innings with the Sox holding a 13-2 lead. The White Sox will welcome a full crowd to Guaranteed Rate on Friday, June 25th, but yesterday, on a beautiful day to catch a ball game, the Cubs had their opening day 2.0 for their series against the Cardinals, or at least that's what the fans are calling it.
This is fabulous. I mean, I went to the first opening day against Pittsburgh, but this seems like the real thing. This is opening day 2.0.
I've been waiting for this day for almost 2 years. I think everybody has a feeling that we're busting out of this.
One of those many fans in attendance was Justin Fields. If you remember, Mitchell Trubisky got booed at his first sporting event in the city. Safe to say Fields' first time went just a little bit different, getting a standing ovation from that full Wrigley crowd. And I must say, if going to that game yesterday didn't make him fall in love with the town and the fans, I'm not sure what will. The Cubs are just moments away from first pitch at Wrigley Field, taking on the Cardinals again tonight, rocking their City Connect unis. Kyle Hendricks is on the mound. I'll have highlights after this wraps up later tonight. Rivets are also in action, about to get underway from Loves Park. They're at home for a pair of games this weekend against the Fond du Lac Spiders. For the time being, things seem positive out of the Bears minicamp, but up in Green Bay, Jordan Love is getting some much-needed first-team reps. That includes passes to the team's top target, Davante Adams. Adams is heading into free agency at the end of the season, and regardless of what's going on with Rodgers, the Packers should prioritize surrounding Love with a receiver who can bail him out on any given play. But the biggest question is, does Davante want to stay?
You know, I'm sure he's already thinking, of course, I want to play with Tay, so I'm not saying anything that's probably not always already on his mind. So at this point, it's just going to come down to the logistics, and none of that's on me, and I really don't know as much as what you guys probably think about it.
Let's stick with football, because the state line's two semi-pro teams, the Rock River Rampage and the Rockford Revolution, played at the Rockton Sports Complex. Jefferson grad James Dunner is the Revolution's quarterback. He slings it to former Auburn Knight Jawan Parchman. He's got the ball and makes two great moves to get into the end zone for a 40-yard touchdown. On the Revolution's next possession, Dunner again fires deep. This time, he has former Guilford Viking Terrence Bell. That's a 60-yard touchdown. It was 12-zip. And on their third possession, Dunner goes to a third receiver. It's Trey Hatchett. You got to speed it up. He's 70 yards down the sideline for the touchdown. The defense also chipped in. Auburn grad Corey Jefferson picks it off. He'll take it to the house. The Revolution blow out the Rampage and win it 50-0. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Look at our first Warn Interactive Radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Unfortunately for most of us today, didn't see any more rain. Now our skies are starting to clear up, and that's actually going to lead to lots of sunshine for our Sunday tomorrow. Temperatures are likely back in the lower 90s. In fact, we're expecting sunny skies through about the middle of next week. We can see temperatures a lot more comfortable for a few days before things heat up again by the end of the week, and we see another chance for some rain.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tonight at 10.